Hey guys, welcome. Rachel Kelley here. Just wanted to come and shoot you a live this afternoon. And my goal is to make this like 4 o'clock every day, right? That's the goal I'm shooting for, baby steps. But I have some nuggets that I want to share with you all, especially if you are in business. There's some things that I'm going to share that's going to be game changer for you, especially if you're like the person that's like, how do I do it all? Like you can't breathe because there's so much to do, right? So I got some ahas while recovering from being in the hospital and just kind of like de-stressing my life. So these are some things that I believe that are going to be a blessing for you. So I'm going to share them with you. What I have before me is it's called a 90-day Virtuous Woman's Daily Tracker, right? So I'm trying to think what you call this. I'm in a 90-day challenge, and I have an accountability partner. So one thing I want to do is I want to challenge you to get a hi Vonda. I want to challenge you to get a accountability partner. Find somebody who's just as committed as you are. The second thing I'm going to challenge you to do is to do a 90-day challenge because it's powerful. This particular 90-day challenge tracker that he gave us it didn't line up with what I wanted. It didn't line up with my life. So I kind of had to go into Excel and hey, Sabrina, I had to go into Excel and edit it, right? So I'm going to do a reverse camera in a minute. And I'm going to show you what I edited to. And I'm going to share with you why I think it's important that you have something like this in your life in each area. So let me go ahead and just reverse the camera and see if you all can see this pretty good. I'm really trying to do things with this. Okay, so like when you look at this right here, it's my 90-day tracker, right? So like, it's really important that I believe to have a foundation first thing in the morning, having like Bible study and prayer, so important for your life and to keep your life simple, to keep you rooted, to keep you grounded when things start going chaos in life. Because sometimes we do have obstacles hey, Christine and Glenda, sometimes we'll have obstacles that will come up, right? But if you are rooted and grounded in God's word, you're praying, like they normally would. So really important. Meditation is another thing that I've found to be really important. And I will let you all know, those of you who can't stay on the whole time, that if you inbox me, inbox me your email address and I will actually email this to you. And if you have Excel, you can edit it towards your liking, what's good for you and how your life should be. So anyway, meditation, I have like 5 to 10 minutes. Very important. It helps with stress. It helps you to relax. It helps you to, now if you're reading something particularly, it helps you to really meditate on it, and it just puts you in a different place. Really important. Visualizing is important, and I am statements are very, very important to see your life the way you want it. If you want to see yourself, if you want to be closer with the Lord, then you have to visualize that. A lot of times it doesn't just happen, right? I mean, sometimes it does, but sometimes we have to take the time to just see our life the way that we want to see it. And I am statements are really important too, because I am statements actually help us to. The enemy wants to tell us what we're not. Right? But when we say our I am statements, we are reminded of what God says that we are. So really, really important that you use I am statements. I have breathe on here because what I'm finding is that my breath, like I'm having problem with my breathing. That's like my big issue. So breathing is on here, and I'm giving myself a lot of points for doing that. So if you have anything else that you really, really want to work on in your body, then you can put that there. And then I have health. I believe appearance is important. I believe that I have had like 3 days where I'm not just like in pajamas all day. And so that's important to me to get up and get dressed. And I think it's important to my husband too. So anyway, I have appearance down here and giving myself a point for that. Eating healthy, really important, 3 points for that for each time, or a point for each time. And the goal is to give yourself points, right? So when you give yourself points, what's going to happen is 20 is the goal for the day. So you want to give yourself a point for every single thing you do. Exercise, give yourself a point for that. If you're drinking more than one glass of water, give yourself a point for every time you drink a glass of water, right? So now it says visualize growth. It says G, but growth hormone release. And I want to tell you the power of this right here. And I just found this out. So I think this is going to help a lot of those of you who are trying to lose weight. right above our tongue and our pituitary gland, there's a growth hormone, and I may not be going into details. Those of you who are health nuts, you probably can know more about it than me, but go Google it if not. But if you actually, they show that in order to increase your metabolism, if you begin to visualize your growth hormone releasing more into your bloodstream, it helps speed up your metabolism as well. So another important thing. And then we have homemaker, like manage your home. If those of you who are, you want to work on that, I highly recommend Fly Lady. I used to have like 10 people living in my house at one time, and my house was immaculate. So, and I was using Fly Lady, so I'm going to go back to using Fly Lady. And I want to tell you, as far as your house or your finances and things like that are concerned, just do baby steps. Don't try to do it all in one session. That's what happens. A lot of times we want to do it all at one time, and that's like the worst thing you can do. Okay. Then we move to relationships, because all of these things are important. You want to make sure you're getting them in your day. So you go to relationships, and I have time with my husband. I have respect on there because of the fact that I know that's big for him. That's a big part of who most men are. Most men want to be respected. So I want to make sure I'm doing things that make him feel respected. Time with my children, right? I have a special needs child, so I had his name there, but I didn't know who all was going to see it, so I just kind of took his name off to the side. But, spending time with your children is really, really important, and give yourself a point for that if you do it. And then time with friends is just as important. Like I go to a ladies group, our Bible study group, and those ladies are like my friends. So, I'm going to give myself a point for that when I do that on Tuesdays or any other type of activities that you're going to do. And then when we get down to the business section, this is powerful for those of you who are trying to blog. This strategy is going to be game changer if you are, like trying to do what they call income producing activities. And with the income producing activities, guys, remember, if you want a copy of this so you can edit it to your liking, make sure you send me your email address and I will email you a copy of this so you can edit it. But when you get to the business section, right? I think personal development actually should be at the top with the Bible study and all the rest of the other stuff. But it's okay if it's not. It's important that you work on yourself. You work on your mindset, because as long as you don't work on it, you always have that mindset like when you grew up, right? And a lot of our mindsets is not really good from when we grew up. So, and really important that you work on your mindset. The next thing I want to talk to you about is, like every day you should be learning something about your business you're in. Like you should have a specialty. Like, I don't know, for me, my thing is helping people to keep their lives simple. What is your specialty? And if you don't mind, just type that below and let me know. What is your specialty? What do you do if you're in business? That thing right there, you should be spending like an hour a day at least learning something new about that. And then what you could do is, after you learn something, go take the action. And after you go take the action, then you can come back and you can do a Facebook Live. And then after you do a Facebook Live, you can download it to your computer. You can upload it to YouTube. Now, boom, you have that video in 2 or 3 different places. And then after you do that, you can take that same content, you can repurpose it onto your blog. So you can just put it on your blog. You can write a couple words about it if you want to, but you don't have to. You can just, put the video up, right? And then if you have an email list, which I highly recommend if you're building a business, you can email that same post to your email subscribers, right? And then another thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're meeting new people if you're in business. You want to make sure you're connecting with new people. That's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. It's all about connections. So it's really important that you do that as well. If you have a fan page, you want to run likes to your fan page. So again, you're getting more exposure to your business. And if you're generating leads, you want to give yourself, 5 points for that, because if you're generating leads for your business, that means that your business is growing, right? And so you're doing the action, you're taking the action. And then the last thing I had on here, I didn't have enough space, and I'm learning Excel. And I had some things in there from volunteering, but it cut it off about this point right here. So, what kind of volunteer things are you doing in the community? Make sure that you give yourself a point for those things. And what you want to do is, at the end of the day, is add all of your points up, and the goal is to get about 20 points. If you connect with 10 people on Facebook, then give yourself 10 points, right? Because, you're building connections, you're building your network, you're building the people in your in your space, in your circle. So really, really important that you give yourself points for doing that. And then at the end of the week, as you can see over here, I don't have them because I cut it off. But if you know how to edit this, please let me know, because that'd be kind of cool too. Because I couldn't get everything in here, but I wanted to show you all this. And the reason why, more than anything, why I wanted to show you this is because for me, I was having a hard time like figuring out, okay, I'm working on this campaign. And it's more about legacy for leaving it for my son. But how do I put all of these other things in here, especially the business things? So, I'm supposed to do a Facebook Live video every day. Well, I'm over here focusing on this project right here. So I don't want to come over here and do a Facebook Live, because now I'm talking about 2 and 3 things. Now I'm not talking about one thing. Now I'm talking about everything. Now I'm like all over the place, and I don't want to be all over the place. So to help you not be all over the place, find that one thing that you watch a business training on, take the action, and then begin to share the value. Guys, it's just that simple. It's like, that was just like the big piece for me after I take the action, to share what I learned. So hopefully you all found value in that. Do me a favor. Go ahead and go over to rachelekelley.com. Still working on my blog to get it to the place where it's going to be giving you a lot of simple tips, simple things that you can do in your life to make your life easy, to make your life to the point where, you're not like frustrated. You're not frustrated with with life, and you're not frustrated with business. So love you all. God bless. And we will see you on the next live. And don't forget, if you want a copy of this where you can make it feasible for you, feel free to send me your email address and I will get it out to you. Take care for now.